Nobody talks enough about how much you can lose yourself after you become a mom. I'm living it, and I'm sharing the real, unfiltered journey of rediscovering myself. I'm 44, a first-time mom, and somewhere between pregnancy, postpartum, and becoming a mother, I lost myself. So I'm on a journey to find me again, and figuring out how I can actually do that, carve out time for myself as I juggle being a toddler mom in my 40s, a wife again, a creative trying to work for myself, build a business from scratch, working from home most days while I'm caring for my daughter. The realization still hits me hard on days when my mind reverts back to thinking like it did when I was child-free, that I just don't have the same time that I used to. And that makes it feel so daunting and almost impossible to get to where I want to go, which is back to a thriving version of myself. Life is nonstop. Most days I'm overwhelmed, exhausted, just trying to keep my head above water. It's been 2 years since I've truly felt confident and comfortable in my own skin. Pregnancy symptoms hit me hard and never really let up. The list includes a belly button hernia, relentless pelvic pain and pressure, terrible acid reflux, food aversions. Day-to-day was basically varying degrees of feeling unwell. A difficult way to live for 9 months. And the lead up to my birth was honestly kind of a nightmare. I had to have a last-minute C-section after 3 hours of active labor and pushing that would later result in a stage 1 uterine prolapse, even though I didn't end up having a vaginal birth. I had no idea this was even possible. I do envy women who had the birthing experience that I would often daydream about. Beautiful, sentimental, something I told myself not to get stuck on because realistically I knew that giving birth was going to be unpredictable. But I think because pregnancy was so difficult and I wasn't able to have the glowing, active, and fit pregnancy that I wanted and often saw play out on social media, I got really attached to this romanticized delivery experience. And then when my delivery turned out to be anything but that, actually it was the exact opposite. It left me feeling really let down. The early months of postpartum pushed me even deeper into an identity crisis. My body felt wrecked after birth, having surgery was no joke, and my body did not take it well. I was in pain, swollen and inflamed. I avoided mirrors because it felt dramatic. When I did catch my reflection, it was like seeing a stranger. I looked like I had aged 10 years overnight. I actually took to Google one day, typed in, "Why do I look so old after having a baby?" Turns out there's actually some validity to this. An article I found from science.org said that the stress of pregnancy can cause a person's biological age to increase by up to 2 years. So maybe 10 years is a little dramatic, but still. I know some women feel empowered by pregnancy and birth. That just wasn't my experience. I felt completely disconnected from myself, from my body, from my spirit. My daughter was a dream come true. The love was beyond anything I could have ever imagined. She was and is the most precious being I have ever laid eyes on. Quite literally obsessed. Which ended up being a great distraction from how I was feeling mentally and physically. But every once in a while, scrolling through my camera roll, I'd come across an old picture of myself from before I was pregnant, and I'd be reminded of what I was avoiding. And here's the thing, I think this identity crisis and not feeling like myself stung a bit more because I had worked really hard to enter my 40s strong, thriving, mentally and emotionally healthy. To give you the full picture, I have to take you back a few years to 2017. I was 36, in the middle of a life breakdown, going through a painful divorce and a betrayal that blindsided me and left me shell-shocked. And with 40 looming in the background, I felt like I was inching my way towards oblivion. OLD, that's what played out in my mind. I was going to be single, alone, washed up, and old. The idea of turning 40 and aging terrified me, but my rock bottom ended up being the foundation for a whole new life. I focused on healing, therapy, growth, I found love again, moved to a new country, got engaged, I traveled, got into the best shape of my life. To my shock and surprise, 40 felt amazing. Then at 42, I got pregnant with a baby I wasn't sure I'd be able to have. I know I'm literally living out things that I used to dream about, but I think that multiple things can be true at once. I have so much gratitude for this life, and I'm also struggling. Both are true, both matter. This season of life has been amazing, but it's also been really hard. And I want to give my daughter, my family, everything, and that includes giving them the best version of me. And I deserve that too, to feel my best, feel confident, thrive again. This vlog series is my visual diary of healing, rediscovery, and showing up for myself, even when it feels impossible. I don't have all the answers, but I know I'm not alone. If you're in your 40s, deep in the thick of motherhood, trying to find your spark again, come with me, let's figure it out together.